be seated. I would like to introduce to you the new vocational nursing graduates of 2021. I am Dr. Casey Scudmore, Director of Nursing, and I hope you enjoy this event that celebrates the achievements of these amazing individuals. First, I will introduce the members of the Board of Trustees, the college administration, and the faculty. From the Board of Trustees, we have Mr. Michael Adams, Ms. Barbara Gaines, Mr. Michael Reeves. From administration, we have President Edward Knutson and the Dean of Health and Safety Sciences, Greg Borman. From the faculty, we have Candace Martin, Elinda Parkinson, and Terry Salmon. Today, we celebrate the accomplishments of individuals who have completed a rigorous course of study. Many have had to overcome obstacles and unforeseen challenges. The graduates had to learn during the pandemic, where clinical time was unpredictable and varied. I am incredibly proud of these nurses. During this program, the graduates will participate in 3 traditions that have been passed from nurse to nurse over 100 years. The first tradition is the presentation of the school pin. Nurses wear their school pins with pride. The school pin for AB College graduates represents knowledge, compassion, service, and dignity associated with our program. Its full meaning can be found in the program for today's event. The second tradition is lamp lighting. The lamp lighting ceremony represents the passing of nursing wisdom from one generation of nurses to the next. It is reminiscent of the care of Florence Nightingale, mother of modern nursing, and recalls the compassion with which she served soldiers on the battlefield. The final tradition is reciting of the Nurses' Pledge. This gives us the opportunity to acknowledge that nurses respect dignity, promote wellness, maintain confidentiality, value teamwork, and act ethically in addition to treating illness. Now we will hear greetings from Michael Adams from the Board of Trustees.
Thank you. Normally I'd have a coat on too, but it's already too hot for a tie. Congratulations. I could not be more proud of you. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, we thank you for your service, for the education you've received, and for the service you're going to give the community from this place forward. You've had to overcome a lot of problems. The pandemic, remote learning, and a lot of other things that normally you would not have to go through. And you persevered, you succeeded, you met your objectives, and now you are about to become vocational nurses. And again, the board could not be more proud of you, and so thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. And now the president of the college, Edward Knutson.
Did you ever think these things would become part of your attire? Boy, am I tired of it. But I'm really pleased to see all you here and going through commencement. And remember, commencement is a beginning, not an end. And I can't be proud of you on behalf of the entire college. We cannot be prouder of you than we are right now. You made sacrifices during the last 16 months, not only to finish your education, but sacrifices in service to the entire community and working in harm's way. And that's something of which you can be very, very proud. You've chosen a career of service. That means that you subordinate your personal needs to the needs of someone else. And that carries with it a great deal of honor. So to each of you, congratulations. And I know that now I never want to meet you too often in your professional setting, but as I have encountered folks from the program here throughout the community, they stand tall. And every clinic and hospital is very proud to have AVC graduates there. So, thank you. Give yourself a pat on the back. You can quit taking notes now. And remember, commencement is just the beginning. So my prayers are with you for a very full and wonderful career and life. Take care.
And now greetings from the faculty, Ms. Candace Martin.
Greetings. Can you hear me? This is awkward. There we go. Hello. Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me? Seriously? Okay. Greetings. I thank all of you for coming to celebrate with these graduates a milestone in their lives, an achievement that will hurdle their aspirations and callings into the years to come. But unlike previous graduates that I have shared this experience, these graduates have had to overcome hurdles like no other. It is obvious to say that the pandemic we have been living in for over a year now has impacted us all in ways that we never would have imagined. And particularly for these graduates, it has required strength and dedication to a profession that was in the very thick of it. After a few months of the pandemic, I asked myself if I, as a nurse, had ever experienced anything like this before. And surprisingly, I found myself saying yes. When HIV reared its ugly head in the early 1980s, it was a disease that was clouded with all the mystery and fear that surrounded COVID-19. I had little knowledge about its origin, its manner of spread, and treatment. I remember being assigned to my first patient with HIV. He was a young man who had contracted the disease through a blood transfusion prior to 1986, before blood was routinely screened for HIV. When introducing myself as his nurse, I remember standing in the doorway of his room, conversing with him, afraid to go in. I had not received any information or instruction from the hospital about the disease, and at that point, the CDC had not come out with the policy of universal precautions, which eventually morphed into what we now know as standard precautions. I was simply told to wear gloves. Eventually, I got the courage to enter his room and cared for him as I should. This became a common occurrence as the incidence of HIV dramatically increased. As the disease progressed into the 90s, caring for a patient in the terminal stages of AIDS also became a common occurrence. There were no drugs against HIV. Patients were simply treated symptomatically, easing their suffering as best as we could. I helplessly watched as patients succumbed to AIDS and died. Then something like COVID-19 crisis happened. Studies began to show promising drugs that were effective in slowing down the progression of HIV and AIDS. At that point, advocates for HIV patients, as well as the patients themselves, began to campaign for the expeditious approval of these drugs. The FDA acquiesced, and one of the first drugs against HIV, AZT, was approved. But it would not be until the mid-1990s that a breakthrough would occur in its treatment, which led to the conventional treatment of HIV today. Today, with the early diagnosis and treatment, patients with HIV can live relatively normal lives. It took many years of research for the healthcare profession to understand the progression and treatment of HIV, and its manner of contagion was not wholly understood for a long time. I suspect that COVID-19 will be the same way. It will be years before we understand completely how this disease is transmitted, why it affects certain populations the way that it does, and how to protect people from getting the virus. In the meantime, healthcare workers, including these graduates, worked tirelessly among patients while shrouded in the mysteries of COVID-19. We as instructors never purposefully assigned our students to patients who were infectious with COVID-19. But the students were well aware that the risk of exposure to this virus was highly possible, and exposure did occur. But these students continued to boldly accept their assignments every day, never ever showing any signs of fear or remorse for having chosen this profession. Their dedication to nursing has been tested unlike any other class. I can say with assurance and conviction that as these students enter the workforce of the healthcare community, they have proven to be the right stuff. I consider all these students to be outstanding and that they will move on to be extraordinary nurses. But there is always a student that seems to embody the nature of nursing in an exceptional way. Interestingly, there seems to be a positive outcome of COVID-19 because it was hard to decide who this exceptional student was among this group. However, there is a student that we believe to have demonstrated these remarkable qualities, and as a result, it is awarded the Ray Yoshida Memorial Scholarship. And that student is Ebony Cochran. And now I would like to introduce the class president, Jessica Peterson.
So now we're getting down to the fun stuff. It's time to kick off pinning. I'd like to start us with our vice president and our speaker, my sister in coffee and bed baths, Luann. Luann wanted to say this about our year. So let's get real here. Nursing school is hard, period. All the studying, stress, excitement, and faith got me here today. I thank God for listening as I cried, laughed, and questioned my path. I put it all in His hands. Thank you to my loved ones watching over me from above, and thank you to my husband and best friend for seeing me through this and encouraging me every step of the way. Thank you to my successful, amazing women of daughters that I am blessed to call my own. Thank you, Bailey and Rebecca, for inspiring and encouraging me. Life is good, and I am blessed.
Luann Greer. Oh, I forgot to come up, sorry. And as I call each student's name, Luann is going to share some thoughts by that student. Brian Castro.
Oh, I have them in the wrong order. What?
I put him in, we'll just go with this.
Oh, you put them in the wrong order? Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm sorry, my cards are not in order now. Guys, hang on a second. Hang on, Brian. So Brian's words for this year, summing up his school. Mom and Dad, you have always asked me to set an example as the oldest sibling in the family. I want to keep making you both proud, so I walk the stage once more. This is for you. God is good.
Jessica Cibrio.
One thing this has taught me is how strong I can be. All those tears, sleepless nights were worth it. Thank you for those who supported me through this journey, and thank you for believing in me when I did not believe in myself. And to my angel above, I did it. Keep watching over me. I know you are proud.
Diana Alvarez Castañon.
I want to dedicate this moment to Miss Abriotos Alvarez Castañon, to my husband, Mario, my children, Eileen and Andy. Thank you for always being by my side, for being patient with Mama Bear when she was not able to cook, for having my favorite Starbucks coffee when I needed to put on an all-nighter. A mi madre, papa y hermanos, mi familia, gracias. She says, for supporting me through this journey.
Ebony Cochran.
And Ebony had two quotes she wanted me to read, one from Harriet Tubman. Every day, great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. And Mother Teresa, I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water to create my ripple.
Natalie Portillo.
Natalie says, a special thank you to my biggest supporters. I cannot thank my mom, dad, and loving husband. Oh, got them mixed up, sorry guys. But we have two Natalies, so okay. Sorry, Nat. This graduation marks the next chapter of my journey to my career goal. I am grateful for all of the support I have received throughout the program. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. You know who you are. In class of 2021, we did it.
Lakeisha Mackey.
And Lakeisha says, God is within her, she shall not fall. All glory to God, I could not have done this without him. His grace is sufficient.
Hethlyn Mares.
Heth says this year was hard for all of us. It was a year full of uncertainties, obstacles, losing many loved ones, frustration, hard work, and sacrifices. But I got through it all because of all of you, my family, my friends, my professors, and my amazing classmates, who all encouraged me when I felt like giving up, who believed in me when I did not believe in myself, and who cheered me on when I got a good grade and prayed for me when I lost faith. Thank you all. I could not have made it through without each and every one of you.
Eileen Johnson Oliveras.
Eileen says this past year has been an experience I will never forget. Thank you to my village for their help, support, encouragement, and patience throughout this journey. I couldn't have done it without you guys. I love you all, and we did it.
Marisela Macardo.
Maricela says, my elementary yearbook states to become a nurse. This was my aspiration in life. Becoming a nurse has been my plan. Never a backup plan, my only career plan. I am honored and humbled to be here today to make this long time words a reality. I am truly grateful to my son, Kai Hunter, and my partner, James, for their patience throughout this process. I'm grateful for my family, watching from the Philippines, Mexico, and the US as I reach this milestone, to the instructors for their immense support and care, and to the classmates for all their help and emotional support. I wish you all good luck in the future endeavors, and cheers to becoming a nurse.
Cynthia Hidalgo.
Cynthia says, I grew up hearing my mother tell me she did all for us. I never understood the reason behind her message until now. I am a grown woman with 3 beautiful children and now see that all the effort we do and achieve in life is for our children. Without them, I would not have accomplished what I have done today. I thank my family and husband for the push and support they gave me throughout the program. Thank you.
Jasmine Hernandez.
Jasmine says, thank you to my family for your support. I could not have done this without you.
Jacqueline Morales.
Jackie says, I would like to thank everyone who supported me throughout the program. It was a tough year, but great experience overall. I am grateful for the people I met and proud to call them my friends. I can't wait to see what the future holds for me.
Natalie Dela Cruz.
Okay, Natalie, this one's yours. A special thank you to my biggest supporters. I cannot thank my mom, dad, and loving husband enough for believing, encouraging, and supporting me. Thank you for believing in me when I did not believe in myself and standing by me when I pursue my dreams. This achievement is a blessing. I want to thank God for the journey and for all the friends I built throughout.
Elizabeth M. Zarati.
Elizabeth says, as one of the most challenging obstacles I have yet to embark on, I can finally see the future I've so much waited to accomplish. I want to thank my family for always encouraging and supporting me to pursue my dreams and never give up. Thank you to my fiance for the love and support throughout it all. You always encourage me to be my best, and I am grateful for that. And congrats to our class. May our future be bright.
Kiana Horn.
And Kiana says, 2020-2021 has been a challenging year, forcing me to adapt to new realities. I was faced with many obstacles along the course of the program. However, I persevered. I am thankful for the experiences, newfound friends, knowledge acquired, my family for their support, and instructors.
Claudia Gamiz Barraza.
Claudia chose words from her employer and something they wanted to say about her. Claudia is a beautiful, enthusiastic, kind, hardworking nurse. This past year has exceedingly been one of her busiest years for education and growth. She is finally here, ready to pursue further. She would like to thank Dr. Fisher and Linda Mann and her work family for all of their support and encouragement, and a special thanks especially to her husband, Jose, and her beautiful boys.
Natalia Toledo.
Natalia says, first and foremost, congratulations. All right. Thank you, God, for this opportunity. Thank you, Kendall, Isabel, and all of my family for your love and support during this remarkable journey. Love you guys.
Jamie Garcia.
Jamie says, this program has shown me that with diligence, self-belief, and faith in God, I can accomplish anything I set my mind to do, just how my mom always taught me growing up.
Eliana Rodriguez.
Ileana says, thank you to all of my family for going through this whole journey with me and always having faith in me. I love you all. I could not have done it without you.
Lena Schrun.
Lena says, this program has taught me so much. The love, compassion, motivation to help others has really pushed me to do even better when I doubted myself. Thank you to all of the professors for guiding us into the right path. Thank you to all of my classmates for sticking with each other when times were tough. And thank you to my family for being my #1 supporters. Congratulations, nurses.
Jessica Peterson.
Jessica says, thank you to my dad, Kevin Peterson, for being the foundation of my support system. I love you, Dad. We have one more student who could not be here today, who would be graduating with us, and I wanted to read his words. And these were from Thomas Drake. I just want to give a huge congratulations to everyone. This was a hard program, and COVID did not make it any easier. Thank you to all of our instructors for pushing us to be the best nurses we can be. And lastly, thank you to my husband for supporting me through this program. Good luck and best wishes to everyone on their future endeavors. Okay.
Okay, and now we will proceed to the lamp lighting ceremony. You guys can stand up. Linda, you can go on that side. I'm going to go on this side. And go ahead, Terry.
And now we will pronounce the International Council of Nursing Pledge. Please repeat after me. I acknowledge that the special training I have received has prepared me as a responsible member of the community. I promise to care for the sick with all the skills possessed, no matter their race, creed, color, politics, or social status. Sparing no effort to conserve life. Alleviate pain. And promote health. Thank you.
My mama called, see you on TV. Sunset done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hating, say we changing, look, we made it. Yeah, we made it. That was never friendly, yeah. Now I'm jumping out of Bentley, yeah. And I know I sound dramatic, yeah. But I know I had to have it, yeah. For the money, I'm a savage, yeah. I be itching like I had it, yeah. I'm surrounded 20 bags, yeah. But they didn't know me last year, yeah. Everyone wanna act like they important, but all that mean nothing when I saw my door, yeah. Everyone counting on me, drop the ball, yeah. Everything custom like I'm at the bottom, yeah, yeah. If you win it, put your lighters to the sky. How could I make sense when I got millions on my mind? Coming with it, I just put it to the side. Bought a sense of baby, they could see it in my eyes. My mama called, see you on TV. Sunset done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hating, say we changing, look, we made it. Yeah, we made it. I was patient.
Congratulations, Vocational Nurses 2021. Thank you for attending today's ceremony, whether you were virtual or in person, and I wish you all the best of luck on your endeavors. Thank you.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably